Welcome into Green Live, everybody. Happy Monday after the conference championship football. We got a special guest on the episode today. Say hello to Mr. Patty Mahomes. Guys, how was your weekend? How do we want to what do you guys think about this past weekend?
Well, we almost had it. Almost had the start of the season, the same as the end of it, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know. It's tough to even talk about that game, to be honest with you. I was okay losing it, but blowing a 17-point lead kind of hurts. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to hear what Wyatt has to say, but I think the worst part for me is, like, I just hope 10 years from now we aren't looking back and thinking, like, wow, we really blew a 17-point lead. Now we haven't been back since. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. If we're back next year, the year after that, something like, in the near future, so be it. But it's just like the unknown that's kind of bugging me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse, losing in the most Detroit way ever, like how they did. How many times have we seen Detroit blow leads in our lifetime? It's just all the time. So being up by 17 at halftime just looked great. It looked phenomenal. But me and my buddy text each other. We're like, you think what I'm thinking? We both like San Francisco money line. We both didn't take it, but I mean, we've seen it so often. So I don't know what's worse, losing like that or getting blown blown apart. So I'm glad we were competitive. It was honestly, I thought should have won the game. So it sucks to lose that way. I don't know, man. It's probably going to haunt us, to be honest. It's so hard getting back there, unless you're Kansas City, who's been there 6 straight freaking times. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but great Super Bowl, a matchup from, I think, the year right before COVID, 2019.
Yep.
I remember watching that, and then the world shut down like 10 days later. So, yeah, good little rematch. I believe Jimmy G was the QB back then. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I've been betting. The Chiefs have lost me a lot of money, so I'm going to take the Chiefs Super Bowl. There it is, Chiefs Super Bowl winner. I'm done betting on Patty Mahomes as an underdog in the playoffs. It's just stupid.
I'm with you, Wyatt, too. We're leaking it a little early because we're not going to do an intentional lounging episode this week, but we're doing a special Super Bowl episode the week following. And you see these two guys, big Detroit Lions fans. Actually, that Lions loss affected me most, guys. It really did. I had an Amon-Ra jersey on the line.
Oh,
they had to win. They had to win. I told my wife, if the Lions win, I wanted to do it for the show. I was going to wear my Mahomes jersey, and I told you guys I was going to root for the Lions if it was Chiefs versus Lions, and I was going to pull it off for the episode, have my Amon-Ra jersey on, and be like, let's go Lions, man. And then the wife said, okay, you can do it. You can do it for the bit. I got Amon-Ra on my Dynasty team. Love that guy. Everybody loves the Lions right now. It sucked. I mean, it just sucks all the way around.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the three of us were talking during the game, and when Wyatt mentioned San Fran money line, I was like, I was nervous, but like still in the back of my head, I thought they'd pull it out. I don't know. The decision not to kick the field goal bugs me, but I mean, I guess the aggressiveness did work, or live and die with it. But and who's to say Badgley was going to make that? He's not the best kicker in the world by any means, but. Yeah, we'll never know if that was the wrong call or not, I guess.
Yeah, and we texted during the game, and if he makes that, he's a genius. If he converts either of those, he's a genius. I am all for going for the second one. The first one, I mean, I don't know what analytics says, but ESPN's stupid fucking thing comes up all the time. Oh, 4th and 12, go for it. 4th and 1, go for it. Like, right. I've never seen a ESPN graphic that says don't go for it, which stop putting it up. It's stupid. Anyways, but you got to kick it there. You got to make it 17-point game. That's just what you do. No matter even if you're Dan Campbell, and I agree, they've got to where they are by going for it, by having nuts, by doing the non-ethical thing to do. But it's just make it a 17-point game. You got to take that. You got to take that. And if you miss it, then they go down and score like they did. It's one possession game. The whole game flipped. If you make the field goal, they go down and score again. It's still a 2-possession game. Like, that was a huge momentum swing. The stadium got involved. Like it was over right there, in my opinion.
And we were chasing points that there's no need to be chasing them. 17-21. It's still a 3-score game, and you're up. Yeah, it's like what are we chasing? We should just be protecting what we have and like adding to it.
Right.
Make them do all the, the decision making. Make them go for it on 4th down. We don't have to do that. We're in a position where we put ourselves in the position where we don't have to do that. But that's all right. I'm not a coach.
The Super Bowl that we didn't go to because we lost to the Bengals. You guys will remember that halftime or right before halftime, they did that little fade. They got greedy to Tyreek and he didn't get in, and then we ended up it went to overtime. When we even went to overtime, if we had that field goal, it just sucks sometimes that those like little decisions that you make during the game fucking come back at the very end, and you're just wondering the what if.
Right. And if it was Josh Reynolds on the field who dropped the ball, that'd be cool. But it was actually Kadarius Reynolds out there with his no hand. So, like, come on, man. You've been so good this playoffs, and then 2 huge drops for him. Like, what are you doing? Been watching too much Tony film. He's out for injury, by the way.
Yeah. We got Bryant Colpin. He says, smash the like button, everyone. Go Niners. Bryant, welcome back, man. Good luck to your team, man. Good luck. I'm just
go Niners.
I'm wanting a good game. Well, I know who you've got money on.
I'm still on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stopped me from like doing some serious self-harm. So
Well, now we can post your Niners future, and hopefully Sharps will repost that one. And you still look like a
True.
genius because I mean you got that. I mean it was still like plus what, like 400 to 700, like something pretty high.
I actually got in preseason. It was plus 1,000, 10 to 1.
Wow. So they were even better than the Ravens because I think you got the Ravens at 800.
Yeah, I took them. It wasn't too long ago. I think the Ravens opened 1,800. So if I would have taken them early in the season, but
Still,
obviously it wouldn't have panned out. So
damn.
yeah,
I want a good game. KC is going to be tough. I think it'll be a good game, man. It will definitely be a good game. I had something else for that Lions game.
But yeah, Ben. Also, great game for the Chiefs. They're turning it on. I mean, probably their two best games of the year.
Yeah.
From what I've seen. Obviously, you've watched every game. I've only really caught the prime
you're
time,
right.
which was I
You're
think
right.
every game but week 2. But yeah, I mean, God, it's scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just for the league, like how they can just flip it on.
Yeah. I saw
'Cause
Go ahead.
Christmas Day, they were like the worst team I've ever seen in my life.
They're
And
pretty
now
bad.
they're in the Super Bowl. Like it's just a month later, literally a month later.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously everyone has bad games, but
That's the problem. And it makes it even more impressive that we've been done so well against the division is because like the Broncos celebrate like they won a Super Bowl. The Raiders celebrate that game like they won a Super Bowl. And it means so much to these teams, but literally the Chiefs are just like, we'll try in the playoffs. Like they didn't try all year, which was so fucking annoying because it's like all the big games, Eagles we didn't win, Bills we didn't win. You know, they just kind of are like so lackluster. And they save it, and then they have these performances that you're just like, okay. I mean, the defense has been good all year, but the offense finally is starting to actually play decent. And I felt like they pretty much dominated Baltimore in that game.
I think the winning thing for the Chiefs was whatever the reason they had, but to sit or bench or injure Tony. Have they lost with him not in the lineup? Have they lost?
I don't think so.
It's been a while, dude.
I mean, dude, get him off the team. I mean, don't even make him an option to throw him the ball. The Chiefs are automatic if there's not the worst wide receiver in the league on their team. So, yeah, I think they've figured that out. And
yeah,
I mean, yeah, just keep him on the injury list, and good things will happen for Kansas City, in my opinion.
Yeah, he posted that whole like the cryptic message where he went live on Instagram and was basically being like, "Oh, I'm not injured." It's like, bro, I mean, you haven't had hands all year. Yes, you're injured, but but I don't think that he's getting brought back. Really,
no.
Yeah, there's no way you break.
He might even still have another year on his rookie contract, though. I think this is his 3rd year. I mean, you cut him, right?
You don't re-sign him. Yeah, I mean, well, I guess I don't know his contract, but I can't see him playing for the Chiefs again. I can barely even see him playing for another team again, to be honest.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't have – I mean, I know everyone has the yips and stuff, and he just doesn't seem like a guy that's going to overcome that, and I just think he's not going to respond well to another fan base just pissing off. I don't know. Like, he's going to get ridiculed everywhere he goes. I think he's done. XFL it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really the defensive scheme for Kansas City that was just like I'm kind of a Lamar truther, I guess you would say, but I'm not like huge on him. But he looked horrible. Just absolutely atrocious in that game. I mean, he had no touch on his pass. He couldn't run. He didn't try to run, really. He just looked like, I'm like, this guy's the MVP, really?
The fact that one of the best running teams in the NFL decided not to run the ball is nuts.
I was going to ask, did they shake the coaching staff, or was the coaching staff seeing something?
I don't know.
I mean, they didn't have a ton of success running it anyways, but it's like, how could you gauge it when you run 6 times?
Yeah, and Lamar's just not a pocket passer. Let's be honest. He's not a guy he can throw for 300 a game, but he's not going to be a guy that's going to sit back there. The reason he's so good is because their run game opens up their play action pass and stuff like that. And if you don't have a run game, if you're dropping back with Lamar in a 5-step drop, good luck winning if you're the Ravens. Like that's a defense's dream to have Lamar sit in the pocket.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he can't do it.
I mean, that last pick he threw was
Bro.
atrocious.
Into triple coverage.
And I will say that game was reffed like accordingly, I think. I see a lot of people bitching. That was not a pass interference.
Right.
There was maybe one. There was like one call where it was like I could see it, but it wasn't a huge call like that.
Right.
Yeah,
I
everyone's
think-
calling for PI in that situation. Like,
Yeah.
no, that was a fucking horrible throw.
Exactly. I don't think it was a catchable ball. Like no matter what. And he was coming down. It didn't look like there was a grab to me. I know the play was likely. It didn't look like there was a grab to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm struggling to remember now. But
I know there was a trip in the end zone that should have been a safety. Did you guys see? I forgot which running back it was, but he just like kneed Chris Jones in the leg.
no, but
Watch it again. It's so funny.
I was pretty sure when they were backed up right there, I was pretty sure they were going to get some stupid penalty in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah.
I was shocked when Lamar completed that like 10-yard pass because he held the ball for a while.
Yeah, he did.
And I was like, there's got to be something.
There was.
Yeah.
Seriously, watch it again. It's actually kind of comical. Also, the only flag I'm going to bitch about is the holding on the screen call to Rice, because that was one of my big three. Was a Rice anytime touchdown. It took my bet off the board.
Yeah, I'll be on the
you
same
guys.
boat. That likely was a pass interference because I need to likely score.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't.
So we're even. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
one bad call each side. Here we go. Here we go.
I'll be on the different boat. I liked them both because I was on the under. So
Yeah, hey,
True.
way to go, guys.
Dude,
and the
how-
squad,
way
ride,
to go.
and the squad. ride.
How quick was that game? I immediately texted everyone. I was like, the under was just dumbest fucking bet in my life.
Oh,
I
it
mean,
was over.
there's 21 points in the first. What? Well, I don't know. The first 10 minutes of that game, was it 14-7 the end of the first?
Yeah, I think so.
No, we had 17 because we didn't
7-7.
score at all it's 17-7 because we didn't score at all the second half.
Yeah. Yeah. What a cover. It was never a doubt. Never a doubt.
Yeah. You guys know how close I was to pulling that X out, but I didn't do it. I held firm.
You didn't
Oh,
reverse
perfect.
jinx that?
I didn't.
Wow.
So
that would have
maybe-
been another.
maybe it's-
That would have been another one for the resume.
It would have been. Maybe it's all in my head. It's not, but yeah. Can't believe I didn't have to reverse jinx that one.
We got
Just when I thought I held all the power.
you were right early this time. You didn't even need it.
Right.
You're just right
Right.
from the beginning. Asker says, "What is the strongest and biggest animal you guys think you could take in a fight?" Have you guys seen that picture of like the guy that has a deer in the chokehold on like in Walmart on the back, like old Roy dog food? I feel like I could take a deer.
I'll go panda bear.
Panda bear,
Ooh.
These things are massive and they're bitches.
massive bitches, dude. Kind of like manatees.
Manatee. Yeah.
Can't stand those guys.
I mean, I would take a whale if I get to choose where we're at. Or a shark.
Yeah, I'd
Something
take
like
a
that, You're dunzos.
I'd take a blue whale in the Sahara.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know a dude out in Colorado killed a mountain lion with his bare hands. And that's pretty badass. I mean, he was getting attacked by it, so it's it's a cool reason to kill one.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Could I do it? I don't know. Probably not. But if my life was on the line, maybe.
You punt a bobcat.
He says a rhino. I'm not going to go that far.
Yeah.
But
Asker.
I admire your self-confidence.
What a way to put that. Guys, I don't know if you've read it yet, but I just released an article out on our website, bettergreen.com. If you guys haven't checked it out, go over there. It's bettergreen.com. I was wanting to know, I asked Bobby on the last episode of Tapping Vegas whether the refs would like rig this fight for Drickus because Sean Strickland was just saying like all these crazy things. Drickus ended up winning by decision, and I was wondering like how many wins has the belt turned over to the other fighter after a decision. I looked everywhere. I could not find it. I could not find the answer. So what I did, I took every single championship match and broke it down into when the belts changed and title defenses, and took all the numbers, took all the striking and takedown numbers, put them all together. I think I made 4 graphs. It's all on there. It's very interesting. Even if you're not a big MMA fan, just kind of looking at what the numbers are. Usually you have to outstrike your opponent around 40.125 strikes is what I found. Drickus was 43 strikes less than Sean Strickland. So that's like an 83-point swing.
Wow.
Yeah. And so there's just
Pretty crazy.
It is. There's just some interesting information. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's probably the article I'm most proud of so far, just from all the deep research I did on it. Breaking down probably like close to 200 fights. But please go check it out if you haven't yet.
Yeah, that's sweet. I'm curious to see that breakdown.
Yeah. Guys, also, if you haven't downloaded Sharps yet, it's a free social media app. Use code BET269. That's bet 2 T's, BETT269. You guys can follow our plays over there. Link your sports books, and when you see the little whale icon, you click that. It'll take you straight to the sport book, and you guys will actually be able to place your bet from there. It's really nice. We post our plays over there so you guys can see what we're personally putting our money on. Asker says, just zigzag. When the rhino charges go behind a big rock and bang, it's stunned.
That's some Pokemon shit.
Yeah. Then you throw this little red and white ball at him.
Yeah.
Repeat it multiple times, an easy win. All right, Asker. I'm glad you let us know that. Guys, do you have anything before we move on to our picks?
I have one last thing, and it's probably the craziest thing I saw yesterday, and I'm curious if you guys saw it. Did you see Odell Beckham's dad's tweet?
Yes. Which one? You had a couple.
A free OBJ. Get him off a team with a quarterback, blah, blah, blah. Which I'm pretty sure is like the second or third time that he's done this. And it's like, bro, what do you want? He was on the best team in the AFC or the NFL. One of the two. Or at least the AFC. With an MVP quarterback.
I would say NFL.
Yeah. And record-wise, I guess I'm saying. But and you fell short in the AFC Championship. Like, what? And you have a Super Bowl from 2 years ago. Like, what do you want from this guy? Like, I just thought it was ridiculous. Not that OBJ played his life out. He had like 2 catches.
Right. I was going to say, I don't even think I noticed OBJ was on the field till the second half.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it was targeted till like the fourth quarter.
No.
Yeah. I think he literally had like 2 catches back to back. Like, in the fourth.
When he's throwing to Nelson Aguilar before you, like, here's your sign.
Right. I just think it's ridiculous. But
I'll add one more thing, not around OBJ, but before we get into today's picks. Big game this weekend, the Pro Bowl flag football game. We will have definitely going to bet it. So maybe I'll have an article out. But yeah, bunch of Pro Bowl crap that is stupid to watch. I won't be watching, but of course, it's great for the content, great for the bets. So stay tuned for the Pro Bowl bets this weekend.
I thought you were talking about the championship game on Sunday.
The championship game?
The EFL championship game.
Oh, the EFL.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Between the Victory and the forgetting their name right now. The Ukrainian boys.
Oh, the Mutants?
Mutants, yes.
God, I didn't know they're playing during the Pro Bowl.
Yep.
That's a genius scheduling spot. Okay.
They know no one watches the Pro Bowl anyways, so they're like, let's do it.
Right. Another big game. Michigan State basketball tomorrow.
Oh,
I need this one. It's been a rough football year. Rough end to the Lions season.
What was the where's it at? EL or Ann Arbor?
It's at Michigan State. 11
What's
and
the
a half
spread?
point home
40?
favorite.
Oh. Yeah, give me Sparty. What's the over under?
Don't know. All I know
Okay.
is we need this one.
So I
I
saw a tweet. Michigan is the third best over team in college basketball. So works for me. Just bet their over instead of their spread every single game, or the other team's spread and the over. It's guaranteed wins.
Like
Michigan's ass. But yeah, I did not know that was tomorrow, which shows you how much I don't give a shit about Michigan's basketball. I want Juwan Howard fired. So, yeah, go Sparty. I'll say it. I'm rooting for
Sweet.
Michigan's demise in
Sweet.
basketball. Clip it,
Yeah.
post it. They suck.
I've been enjoying your Michigan basketball content, Wyatt. Oh gosh, why I'm like having some Alzheimer's today or something. I can't remember anything. Well, I will say this real quick before we get into it. If I remember it, hopefully I do at some point throughout the show. I love the people were saying like the Kelsey taunting versus Zay Flowers taunting, and I saw a meme that made me laugh so hard. It's like Travis Kelsey taunting, and it was like the hand, like the first down, and then just like some voices. And then it was like the Zay Flowers taunting, and it was like the shoving hand, the throwing the football, and then the dancing emojis.
Yeah, I'll say one more thing about that Ravens Chiefs game. Like I've seen it, it's always on Twitter, and it's almost after every game this year. I mean,
Yeah.
Referee and stuff. But sure, there's missed calls on both sides, but the Ravens did most of those penalties to themselves. There was unnecessary roughing the passers. Some weren't even in question. I mean, Mahomes
The
got punched in the
WWE
face.
style.
Yeah, and then I forget who it was. It might have been Clowney, but just headbutted his chin. Like that's automatically like. And then stupid. I mean, they were just
turnovers.
their emotions got the best of them, and yeah, they were sure there's missed calls in every freaking game, but the Ravens did a lot of that to themselves. So for that one, I think that was a decently well called game.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'll say MVP of the weekend was that ref's
Voice
vocal
crack.
cords for hanging on. If he was supposed to be in the Super Bowl, he'd probably be canned because his voice was falling apart.
He was out,
hilarious.
man. He
That was
was
hilarious.
out. He didn't come back from that one crack. He cracked that one time and it was over.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought he sounded fine in the first half, unless we just didn't really hear him.
No, he
I
did.
think it was right before halftime was his big voice crack.
Yeah.
And then it just never really recovered. It was a really bad voice crack. I thought his mic went out.
It was so bad.
We got
Hilarious.
Hazel Joe. I think that's how you pronounce it, from Twitch. He says, "Hey, how are you doing? Hey, how are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for logging on." All right, well, we'll get into our picks. If I remember, I will blurt out throughout the show. You guys cool if I go first today?
Go for it.
Yep.
Okay. Don't have a whole bunch of reasoning with these, but I'm going to take Predators money line right now. This is a pretty even game, actually. The Senators are at home. Both these teams are coming off of pretty bad losses. Like, I think I might be getting this. No, I'm pretty sure Predators lost to, was it the Rangers 7-2? And then I think the Senators just lost to Edmonton 4-1. I know those were the scores.
I was away from hockey this weekend, so I'm not sure.
I don't blame you. Not when football's on, but I'm going to take the Predators money line. I just think that they're the better team, better goaltending. I just like the Predators today. Ethan, what do you think?
Yeah, I like it. One thing I want to say, and I should just save this for later, but I'm just going to say it now. If you are looking to bet the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, last I saw they're like even odds, maybe minus 110, somewhere in there. I would just bet Mahomes to win MVP. He's like plus 120, 125. I think it's a better bet. If they win, I don't see him not winning MVP. I just don't see any world where they win that game and he doesn't win the MVP. So if you like the Chiefs, I would just bet Mahomes to win the MVP. I think you're getting better value there. But for my first pick tonight, I will go to college basketball. I'm going to take Virginia Tech plus. Looks like they're at +4 now. That sucks. I took +3.5. So I'll give out +4 at home against Duke. Duke has North Carolina on deck. Huge rivalry matchup, obviously. Duke is ranked 7th. North Carolina ranked 3rd, so even bigger than it kind of has been in the past. Obviously, a huge game for Virginia Tech. It's the the home dog scenario against a ranked team that Wyatt and I talk about all the time on our Getting Technical show. Yeah, just think it's a focus spot for Vatek and kind of a look ahead here for Duke. So I'll take the points.
I'll stay in college basketball. And no, I did not bet that game, but I looked at it. And no, I did not bet the only other good game on the slate, Houston, Texas. I went instead, and I am betting Alcorn State plus 2.5. Don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Someone in my TikTok comment said it's Alcorn. That's not right.
It can't be
Alcorn State.
Alcorn.
No, I don't even know where. Yeah,
Maybe some
not
corn.
they're not in Iowa, Nebraska. I don't even, first of all, I don't even know where this team is. They could be in Taiwan for all I know. I'll take them plus 2.5. They are 4-15 on the year. They're playing again. That I brought them up last Monday for my car. Bethune-Cookman. They're playing at Bethune. Again, no idea if that's pronounced right. Bethune's 9-10. Doesn't make any sense that this line. I mean, Bethune's only a 2.5-point favorite at home, meaning on a neutral site. 4-15, Alcorn State would be the favorite. Doesn't make any sense. Give me Alcorn State spread. They're going to win outright on the money line. I'm just going to take them on the spread. Don't know anything about these teams, but the line is just it's an obvious betting line.
I like it.
So, Wyatt, I like your reasoning. I've seen Alcorn State play. This is my Izzone wristband against Alcorn State this year, and they are terrible. So, good luck.
Do you know where they're from?
No.
Yeah, I need to look
they had
that
to go back to where they were from, though. They got just run off the Michigan State court. But, yeah, that was a game where I sat like 3 rows up. I got a very good look at that team, and they are trash. So, I like your reasoning. If I were to bet it, I'd also be on the Alcorn State side because it just makes no sense. But if you watch the game, just good luck. It's going to be a roller coaster.
Mississippi. Mississippi.
Minimal corn.
2,900 students.
Well, they could use all of them.
What's their mascot?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't even know.
Go Alcorn. Alcorn.
I remember what I was going to say. Once Wyatt started talking, it popped up in my head because it was from Wyatt's TikTok. How's that one dude that was clouding on you saying that the over was the side to be on? Is he doing okay? Has anybody?
No one responds after. No. That was like, I'll be back when this is 50 to 49.
What did that comment say, though? He replied to me, but I couldn't tell if he was talking to me. Did you see that?
Oh, no, I didn't even see it. I
It was
just
on that post.
ignore comments half the fucking time.
Yeah. He said,
Someone
like,
needs to go check on him. Make sure he's okay.
I hope
didn't know
he's
if he
not.
was like I kind of assume he was going after the guy that I was also going after, but he replied to me. So I was just, I don't know. I didn't reply.
Yeah, everyone also was like, I posted that teaser. I was like, this teaser is 100% a trap. Of course, the teaser hits, but if you're taking that teaser, you're nuts. And it was Chiefs plus 10.5, Lions plus 14.5. Of course, easiest bet of the life of my life. But that got shit on, and everyone's calling me an idiot for not taking. I'm like, dude, imagine if I took that and it loses, and I'm the idiot. It's just,
Right.
I'm always the bad guy.
Right.
Yeah. They don't like that you're confident enough to put your stuff out there.
No, and they're like,
Right.
yeah.
They want to brag about their own personal things that they get right. And then, I'm not going to talk about the ones that get wrong. I'm not going to respond.
Just like my Michigan State breakdown video, I got a comment Sunday morning. The game was Friday night. It just said L. Well, yeah. Thanks for letting me know a day and a half later. Thank you. Really
I saw
appreciate
that.
it. Didn't know myself, so thank you.
Oh, man. You just wish you could be as good as that guy and just get everything right all the time.
Yeah.
Man.
Wouldn't be working elsewhere, that's for sure. If I was 100% sports better.
Yeah. I'm going to preface this by saying that it's a terrible card this week in UFC. Me and Bobby don't really love any of these matchups, but I'm going to take a pick. Don't bet it right now. Wait till the show. I haven't had a whole bunch of time to do a bunch of research when I do. Like I went 4-1 last week. Like I think I'm 20-6 or something like that.
Damn.
So like absolutely killing it. But that's when I've had like the week to research. So I haven't got to put all my time in. He's already like minus 155 or 160. So he's a little juiced up right now. So don't take it now because I might completely flip and be on the other side. But it's Nasruddin Imavov money line. I'm a little confused. His flag is French. They say he's French, and his like name is like the real Russian. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what's going on. He's like a lot younger. I believe the age difference is like 35 to 27. Looks like he's pretty well rounded. He can grapple, he can strike, and he has some submission abilities. He went to decision with Sean Strickland recently, and Strickland was just, I believe, as the middleweight champion. He just got it. I was talking about in the article. Just take it from Dreykus, but the fact he didn't get knocked out by Strickland when Strickland, I mean, he's pretty darn good. I believe the strikes were like 180 to 143, something like that. If he can hold his own against Strickland, I think that he's got a good chance to beat anybody. So I'm going to do Nasruddin Imavov money line.
Don't know anything about it, but what I do know, 20-6 is an insane run. So
Thank you,
be sure to watch Tapping Vegas when that comes out this weekend because, yeah, unreal, Ben. Nice job.
Thanks, buddy.
But as far as that pick, I have no clue.
That makes
I would have
both of
bet
us.
my life that the dude was Russian when he said his name, so I already am 0-1.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sticking with college basketball. Texas +5. I think I took it at 5.5. I think it's down to 5. Not really sure. If you shop around, you can probably get a 5.5. Same scenario. Texas at home. Bigger game for Texas right now. Texas has struggled. They came in as like one of the favorites to win the championship this year. Have really struggled. Houston has Kansas on deck, so nice little look ahead spot for Houston in this one. That's going to be, I believe, number 4 versus number 8. Number 4 versus number 8 over the weekend. So that's going to be a huge game. It's a road game for Houston. Texas, on the other hand, just lost to BYU. They have 2 ranked matchups on deck with TCU and Iowa State. Just a really big opportunity for Texas to crawl their way back. Before losing to BYU, they beat 9th ranked Baylor and 11th ranked Oklahoma. So they're starting to build up that resume again, despite having some rough losses before those ranked wins. And I believe in Texas. I still think they have what it takes to make a run. And I think getting a nice home win against Houston would really bolster up that resume. So I think 5 points is too many, even though Houston is the better team. I think the spot favors Texas. I think they win outright, but I'll take the points.
Yeah, I was looking at that game. Really wanted the under in that game. It's pretty low. I know Houston's a dead nuts under team. Texas can score, so I'm still might get in on that under. I believe that's 8:30 or 9 tonight.
9.
Okay, so I might get in on that under. Couldn't pick a side, but I like Texas at home. I guess if I had to. I'm going to go to the NBA. I kind of went all in on the NBA today. I actually have 2 units on this play. And that is the Clippers and the Cavs under 225.5. I believe this line just shot up to 226. That's, some might think that's surprising, but it's not. A bunch of casuals coming very late in the NBA. But simply this morning, this was at 225.5. 86% of the bets were all on the over. This line opened at 226.5. It jumped down to 225.5 again before all the casual bettors got on there. And again, at this morning, I got 9 a.m. 86% of the public bets were on the over. Line dropped down a whole point. So there's some big sharp money on this under. Pretty obvious to take the over as well. Clippers are not like they are last year. Same thing with the Cavs. These 2 teams are dead nuts over teams. This line should be close to even the 240s, and the fact that it's 225.5 and was dropping while the sharp guys are betting in the morning or days prior is screaming to me to take the under. So it's probably my favorite play of the day. 2 units on it. Clippers, Cavs under 225.5.
I like it. We're going to be closing out with some NBA here. Also, just looked at that. Imavov really cleared it up for me. Born in Dagestan, Russia, where all the other Russian dudes are from. Nationality French. I don't know what the hell is going on.
So give me a half win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have been born in Michigan, but my nationality is Cambodian.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Thank you, Wyatt. I'm going to take the Grizzlies plus 10. They're playing the Kings. Kings are definitely the better team, but I like them getting double-digit points with the Grizzlies. They're getting 47% of the bets, 72% of the money. That's a difference of 25%. There were two games, this one, and then there's another game that there was quite a bit of sharp money coming in on, but you're only getting I think you had a cover 2.5. I believe that was, actually I think that's in the Heat game. Didn't want to go that way, so I ended up taking the Grizzlies plus the 10.
I love betting on the Grizzlies. I don't know why, but
Get the double.
I might join you there.
Good.
I haven't looked in that game yet, but and then Wyatt too. I love that under. I was actually looking at that as well. I don't really bet the NBA totals, but was really looking to fade the Clippers and the Cavs tonight with Clippers off that road win at Boston, only their second home loss of the year, third in 4 nights. And then Cleveland with the first game home off a road stand. So like that under quite a bit. Might be betting that one once we get off here. I am sticking with the NBA for my final pick. I'm going to go Timberwolves plus 2.5. Basically, Timberwolves are finishing out a road trip here. They've gone 2-1 on that road trip. So I think it's going to be a big effort for them to finish the road trip with a 3-1 record. Also just lost to the Thunder on the 20th at home. So a nice little revenge spot here for them. Oklahoma City is their first game back home off a 3-game road trip. So never taking the team that's back home. Just lost to the Pistons, which that could be a get right spot for them here, but I don't know. That was a pretty bad loss. I think they're like a 12-point favorite, lost by 16 or something like that. So I think that one could just be one where it kind of drains them a little bit more than motivates them. No one wants to lose to the Pistons. I just think Wolves in a better spot with that revenge factor. Still on that road trip. Think they win it outright.
Yeah. Well, first of all, what were the Pistons doing? Winning on the same day the Lions play? I mean, that's disgusting. Also, Jake Moody was in on the fix. Michigan man, born outside Detroit, missed a field goal, definitely on purpose to give the Lions a shot. And the Pistons go off and win. Come on, congrats. You had your 5th freaking win of the year. You just ruined the Lions season. Anyways, I like the under in that game. You brought up the Heat as well, Ben. I like the Heat quite a bit. I've also bet that. I'm going to go and simply this is a not least amount of reasoning, but it's going to be the Rockets on the money line as the underdog against the Lakers. I believe they're +1, so it's probably -110, +100. I fade the Lakers at all times. It's my one of my favorite hobbies to do. Hate LeBron, hate the Lakers. The most casual bettors in the NBA are LeBron little fanboys, Laker little fanboys, and they just hammer LA all day, any day. The fact they're going to see the Lakers at -1 against the Rockets, who aren't terrible this year, but the Rockets have been dog shit for the last 5 seasons. They're going to see you can get they're a little team where they have no affiliation at all to, but they're going to hammer the Lakers. It's probably one of the most public bets of the day. Give me the Rockets to win. They probably win by 20 points. Lakers are dog shit. And F all the little fanboy Lakers out there. I also hate the NBA, and if you can't tell, but I have a lot. I went all in on the NBA today, so pretty emotional about it.
Yeah, I can't stand to watch it, but I somehow have great success betting it. Not sure how or why that is, but also I liked the Rockets as well. I also liked the Heat, so
It's probably like me, man. With the MMA stuff, you have to do so much more research when you haven't been deep in it for years. NFL, you got so much heart and your own opinion and stuff. You can fudge the numbers however you want to.
Right.
Where when you're looking at it subjectively, you're just I guess. You end up doing
and then NBA, you got numb nuts and you just fade the public, and it's probably a pretty good strat.
Yes. Fading the public NBA playoffs, most profitable betting strategy in the world.
NBA has to be by far the dumbest fan base in any sport, by far. The average person that watches every single NBA game, first of all, you're probably on the spectrum somewhere. And second of all, you're just who watches all that, man? Those are nuts. Okay, here's another question. Do people think it's really cool that, Luka scored 73 points and Embiid scored 70 and Booker scored 65. Like,
Right.
do people enjoy watching that? That's my honest question. Like, do people think, wow, what a game? Like, that just sounds like that's to me, that would be no fun to watch.
Right.
That gives me zero thrill. And I guess that's the NBA difference. I don't know.
So I think, how do I say this? So I think the NBA is, for some reason, the most widely watched and bet on sport. I have no clue why. But yeah, I think there's just so many casual bettors who bet the NBA. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to clear. I don't know where I'm getting at with that. I kind of forgot. Yeah, I agree.
Is Michael
There's a lot
Jordan
of
still
dumb
the
money
most?
yeah. There's a lot of dumb money that flows in on NBA bets. But I think it's just from like those casual.
Yeah. And I know this another great NBA strategy that I know you do, Ethan, is if a star player's out, the line always gets way too over adjusted.
Insane.
So like Embiid sometimes is out and you can get the Sixers on a steal and stuff
Dude.
like that. So
If Giannis is out, it goes from like Bucks -6 to like Bucks +4.
yeah, it's
Like,
nuts.
Give that to me.
Yeah.
And then later I found out it's Thanasis Antetokounmpo or whatever. It's out, not Giannis.
Yeah. If you want to win a lot of basketball bets, you need to be following our boy Noel.
Yep.
He's
got the player
basketball
props
guy.
dialed in.
He does, man. He does. We've got a couple of his articles over on the website, and you guys can follow him on Twitter too.
Yep.
Absolutely worth a follow. Shit. Anything else before we get out of here, guys? Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah.
Happy Monday. Happy Pro Bowl week. Happy Super Bowl. I'm big week in big next 2 weeks in content with Super Bowl. I'm sure we'll probably have something out there with some Super Bowl prop episode or something like that. I get really into those. So one football game left, man. And yeah, got to make the most of it.
Yep. Yeah, I will say, Ben, you mentioned, but no intentional lounging this week, at least not the Super Bowl episode. So I guess, viewers, don't go looking for that. Also, Ben and I will not be doing the 5-minute wager video this week I think we have like 6 total games from tonight until Wednesday.
We record on Wednesdays
the
for
NFL All-Star break.
So
yeah. So nothing there. And then, I've kind of looked ahead at the college basketball schedule. We'll probably get an episode or 2 out, but it's nothing crazy. So it might be a bit of a slower week with videos, but articles should be coming out. All that good stuff.
Yeah, you guys will get the Tapping Vegas episode on Friday. Like I said, bad cards, so you might need a little bit of some guys doing some research for you, so you know what side to be on. Because a lot of these guys, they're quite a bit lesser known. Not any of the big name guys. It's a fight night, not a UFC 298 card like we've got coming up in a couple weeks, which is going to be great. But yeah, make sure you guys head over to bettergreen.com so you guys can view all of our articles over there. Subscribe to us. We have shorts that come out throughout the weeks too. Follow us on all of our social medias. We post all of our stuff over there. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys later. Peace, guys.
Later, guys.
See you guys.